How's it going, y'all? Today, we're going to be taking a look at Secret Center. This is a level available for download on mod.io for Bonelab, and it was created by the mod developer Ziva Diva. Now, Ziva Diva has created quite a number of mods for Bonelab. The most of what I've seen are character models and avatars, but they do have a number of maps listed, and this one was originally designed to be a part of a VR game that Ziva Diva was developing, but it didn't end up panning out, and so instead of scrapping the entire project, they uploaded it to mod.io for anyone to download as they please to play it on mod.io. And it's a very new map. This was only uploaded about 2 weeks ago from the date of recording. And I'm thinking that this map might have a whole lot more to offer than it's simply showing. Now, the tags for the map, and I'm going to go quickly check over here first just to make sure I'm covering all my bases. The tags for this map tell us that it is cursed, it's horror, spooky, environmental, stuff like that. So I'm excited to get into this. I'm loving the lighting and the directional sound, the sound effects that are being used. And I'm wondering if some of these higher portions of the map are all going to be available to explore. But I'm looking at these crates, and this almost feels like this would be a part of a can't move them. Almost feels like it'd be a part of like a source game physics puzzle. But without further ado, let's go ahead and go into the next area. And while I'm walking around, I'll let you know that this map has actually received some pretty good reviews. I think it's labeled as very positive reviews. I saw a vast majority of people liking this, with I believe to be an 88% not approval rate, but, and I'm not sure exactly what mod.io calls it, but essentially 88% of people that have rated the game have rated it as a very likable level. And the atmosphere is definitely present. Always hated how you can hear your footsteps when you turn your head. Now this is definitely a darker map, but I don't think it's necessary to bring out a flashlight. And honestly, I feel like this atmosphere is amazing, and I'd prefer not to have the flashlight for fear of ruining that. I mean, normally I only ever use the flashlight because I genuinely cannot see, but there's enough light in here to give me exactly what I need. And it wasn't clear as to whether or not there are entities or jump scares or anything that would be meant to scare us. So I'm not sure what to expect. But man, I mean, look at that lighting. That's just... I gotta back up. Just look at that. That's just beautiful. I think this might become one of my favorite maps just from the first couple of minutes. The sound is amazing. The lighting is amazing. Oh, and it's so expansive. And here we've got a little bit of verticality. We'll go, you know what? My rule is to stick to levels, stick to floors, and then we go up. So I'll go down here first. I mean, what the heck? There's like a thumping, like footsteps. But this is really, really neat, and I kind of wish that the developer would have followed through to make it a complete VR game, because this this honestly kind of feels like a Half-Life map. That's really how it feels. I'm feeling like I need to utilize my time well and really just enjoy what this map is. I need to make sure that I get plenty of material for the thumbnail. I mean, look at this. This is beautiful. Again, I don't know if up there is accessible. It'd be pretty great if it were. I love this, though. I love this kind of lighting. I always have. It just scratches the right itch. Okay, so I think it's safe to say we've seen everything on this floor. So now we need to go up. I mean, who's to say? Oh yeah. What? There's going to be some actual scaling here. Who's to say what kind of facility this is? Are we underground? Are we in space? Are we on the surface of some exoplanet? Are we just on an above-ground base in an apocalypse? What happened? Where is everybody? Who built this? Who are we in the scheme of things? See, I hear birds, which almost tells me that we are most definitely above ground, or that we're in a facility that harbors a type of pseudo environment for wild animals. Perhaps this is a scouting colony for a greater mission to occupy an exoplanet. Now, of course, none of these are accessible, and so that makes me assume that whatever this came from, this map I mean, had more opening doors. I love the lights. Also, everything just looks crystal clear to me now because I just had to recently get glasses, and it's my first pair of glasses I've ever had to have. But while I was living in Europe for the last couple of years, I started to notice that my eyes were getting worse and worse. And so I said to myself that when I get back to the States, I need to go to an optometrist and get my eyes checked. And they said, sure enough, you have an astigmatism. And which is not a surprise. Most people in my family have glasses. My dad has an astigmatism. And so I decided to, when I looked down, there was a lighting glitch that made it look like something shuffled across that far doorway there. That was weird. But anyway, long story short, I got glasses and I'm wearing them inside of my VR headset. And so everything is way clearer. Although I will say that it's almost breaking the illusion. For a second there, I thought I was still upstairs, and so when I passed by this, I was expecting this to be an empty hallway, and then I just see it's open. That was actually kind of freaky for a second there. I need to peek back in here real quick. This was just, an empty... Okay. But yeah, I feel like it almost breaks the illusion because now everything is so sharp. You know, it's like playing old PlayStation or PlayStation 2 video games on a TV from the 90s or 2000s where it's a CRT, you know, it has that tube. The outlines, everything is soft. The colors are softer, the sharp edges are much softer. And then you play it on a digital screen and you realize just how bad those graphics were, but you couldn't really tell because of the simple fact that everything just kind of melded together. And we're back here. But yeah, I mean, now I can see details from very far away that I didn't used to be able to see. And it was so subtle that my vision went away. My long-distance vision got worse and worse very slowly. And so I didn't really notice it until one day I was driving and I realized I couldn't see the street signs until I was practically right on top of them. Which makes me wonder what I've missed in the way of VR games. Although I think my vision's still pretty sharp. I think getting glasses was more of just polishing it. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and use that dev gun to kind of get myself around here a little bit. Because I do want to explore parts of the map and see it from angles that normally we can't. Which this is just so cool. It's like a little arena. I love this. Let me go up top. Big ol' stretch textures. This is really neat though. This is really cool. Let's hop back down and then we'll go into that other big room that I believe was down this way. And we'll go look at everything from the catwalks in there. I'm just in love with this part of the map. This is so cool. It just looks so awesome. Yeah, here we are. Ooh. Alright, we'll slowly make our way up here. This is awesome. I mean, this is another huge arena. This reminds me of some Half-Life maps and Half-Life mod maps that I've played, where you cross catwalks and there are soldiers below and above you, for that matter. It actually reminds me very specifically of a map in the first Half-Life game where I believe you were outside and then you go back inside. It was the first time you'd ever gone outside, and it was like a docking facility, like for, you know, containers and exporting items from Black Mesa. But this just looks so cool. Just gotta get like a good view of it for the thumbnail. That's awesome. I love this. And I guess we've pretty much seen the entire map now. And so I'll go ahead and do my outro right here. I really, really liked this map. It's decently expansive, and there's a lot of really cool sights to see. And so if you'd like to check this out, I'll leave a link for this map in the description where you can download it. Also, it's not a huge map, but it's possible I've forgotten something, and if you know that I forgot something, or if there was a corner that I didn't turn down that I just completely missed, just let me know in the comments below. Also, I would ask that anyone that watches this video likes this video, and the caveat in that is, even if you didn't like this video, but you're enjoying the content that I'm making, I'd ask that you like the video, because then that at least shows me that there are people that are enjoying it, and it's not just, you know, the unsubscribed folks, you know, because right now I'm at about 99% of unsubscribed people are watching my videos, which is not a surprise. These videos are very different from my normal videos, and my channel is really kind of transforming. And so if you would consider subscribing, that'd mean a lot to me. If you do subscribe, that's awesome, and I'm so thankful that you've done that. If you didn't like this video, but you like my content, please do like the video. That'll at least tell me that you want to see more from me. And if you have recommendations for future videos or maps, you can put those in the comments below. And so I'll also have links in the description where you can check out my socials, and those are also different ways to support me. So with that being said, until the next video, y'all take care.